Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are doing very well. So in our previous lecture we have discussed about the different type of maps. I have given you information about different type of maps. Number one was political, second was physical and third one was thematic. Let's give you a brief introduction about that also again. That what is a political map? Political map gives us information about the boundaries of state, countries, etc. And the physical map shows us the different natural features like plateaus, plains and different type of mountains. That is physical map. And third one is thematic map. It gives us the specific information about a particular thing, like it is the map shown of India literacy rate map. You can see that it is called a thematic map. Now, so we have discussed about the different types of map. Today we will discuss about different components of map. As you can see in the picture, here are some water bodies and some green trees and different things. What are they indicating and what they shows us? So the three main component of a map is distance, direction and third one is symbol. Today we will discuss about the two important features like direction and symbols. Now as you can see in the picture, here is a picture of amusement park. What is happening here? If you visit an amusement park, you can see if you are suppose you are standing at the ice cream store and if you want to purchase balloons and want to visit that Joker, so what will you do? You definitely start walking from here, but if you don't know the directions, you don't know the distance and the symbols, you will forget your way. Like if you see, here is the particular direction and path shown in here, so you can walk in the direction and you can reach to the Joker. So it is very important to know the direction of a thing when we are reading a map. Now as you can see, this person is standing here and he is completely confused because he don't know which part to go. Like he has so many ways, you can see, but he is not able to decide that which direction he should go. So the most important factor of a map is direction. If we know the direction, we can read the map very easily. Like as you know, there are four main directions. Number one is north, second is south, then east and then west. These are direction are called cardinal direction, and we always decide other direction with the reference of north line. And as you can see, the intermediate point between north and east is called northeast, between south and east is called southeast, between north and west called northwest, and between south and west called southwest. These are called cardinal points. Now the direction, as you can see here in the map, if you know the north, south, east, west direction, then you can easily read this map. Like if you are standing in front of the hospital, you can see, and if you want to go to the school, so what you have to do, here the directions are shown. Like if you are standing in hospital, now you will walk in this direction north, then you will turn your right, then walking west direction, you again turn north direction, and again you can turn east direction, and you finally reach at your school. So it will become very easy if you know the directions. So the most map definition is, the most map contains an arrow marked with the letter N at the top or upper right hand of the corner. This arrow shows us the north direction, which I already told you, and it is called the north line. When you know the north, you can find out direction. Like as I told you previous, if you know the north line, you can directly create the east line and west and south and other intermediate points. As you can see, I have given the directions to you. Now the second most important factor is symbol. You have shown that road signals at, if you visit a place, like speed limit, one way, danger. What are these? These are the indicators. It indicates the different type of signs which we should follow. Okay, so in the same way, map also adopt a method to indicate these symbols. So these symbols can be seen on here. Like if you see this map, different type of creatures and animals are shown here. You know that Rajasthan is located in that direction, and here is camel in show. Then you can know easily that it is the place of Rajasthan. Now the other example is, here is the map of Alok's neighborhood. Okay, what it shows us, like if you see the green patches here, then it shows the park. If you see the red cross, then what it indicates? It indicates the hospital. So in the same way, if we know the meaning of the proper symbol, then we can easily read the symbols. So it is not possible to draw a map on the actual shapes and size of different features such as building, roads, bridges, tree, railway lines or a well. We cannot draw in this map. Like if I want to draw a particular school building, so can I draw it on the map? That school building is a huge size and I cannot draw it on completely on this map. So I will take a symbol to indicate this, like, so we can read the map very easily. And there is a universal adoption of the conventional signs, which you can see here. There are different type of signs like boundaries. For if we read a map and if we see the signs, these are the internationally adopted. Okay, so thank you for today. We will learn more things about map in our next lecture.